Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So today we're going to do another run through of anime and VTuber related news and drama posted on social media over the past few days. We got everything from a VTuber agency doxing one of its former members, to more hate directed at anime fans by Twitter, to another god-awful fan service debate, more Silvervale drama, some TikTok news, and we'll finish with an important thread you might find interesting. Now, since this is an increasingly popular fixture on this channel, I am asking you guys to give some feedback. Do you like when I'm covering multiple topics in one video? Do you like one concise title involving the main topic of the video? Or do you like me jamming as many of the topics in the title as possible? I've been doing this for like 6 years and I still don't know what I'm doing, so please let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section down below. But without further ado, let's start with the WACTOR situation. Now, I believe it's called WACTOR, but I'm going to call them WACTOR because this company is whack. They are a VTuber agency that is once again under fire, this time through multiple accounts, doxing a former member of their agency. That's right, posting their actual personal information on Twitter and YouTube. This former member was one of the larger members of their agency named Hina Misora, and this VTuber has since moved on. They resigned from the company about 2 months ago, and they have continued on as an independent VTuber on this account, where a few days ago they announced that they're going to make a debut stream with this new VTuber model. However, only a few hours after that, WACTOR, through their management account, as well as using the account of this former member on Twitter, posted their complete dox on both several tweets from the management account and the old Hina Misora account, legal documents, and including this personal information in some of Hina's former YouTube videos in the description. This contained information that gave this person's full legal name, their personal address, as well as their personal ID number, which is their country's equivalent of a social security number. So needless to say, people were extremely disgusted to see this clearly vindictive behavior, trying to really put this VTuber in harm's way, because I don't have to tell you how dangerous it is to share this much personal information. And I want to thank all of my Spanish-speaking viewers for reaching out and tagging this gringo over here on the story, because WACTOR actually does a lot of focusing on Spanish-speaking viewers and talents, so this is something I might have missed, so thanks to you guys for reaching out and tagging me on this. But yeah, unsurprisingly, all of these posts, both the tweets and the YouTube videos containing this information, have been taken down for violating community guidelines, because go figure, doxing people is against the rules. Now, just when you thought WACTOR couldn't get any more pathetic, they also announced, in following up all of this mess with the doxing, they announced that they're suing several people, including some former members of their agency, for breaches of contract, which was the same thing they used to justify doxing this former member's information. And like I said, their reputation is in the stinker, and the persona of Hina Misora was arguably their most popular VTuber in their agency, so they are really struggling in that department, and now their reputation is in the garbage. And apparently they've been alleged to do these things, these similar scummy practices in the past, and it appears that one of the motivations for WACTOR was not just the fact that this VTuber was moving on as an independent, but apparently she and some other former members are speaking out against the shady practices of WACTOR. And is that hardly surprising that they would be doing shady things given the fact they just doxed a former member for no reason? Exactly. Pretty much they're going for the worst reputation among VTuber agencies, at least in terms of management. They're really fighting with Niji Sanji right now. It's a terrible thing to see, and hopefully nothing of harm happened to this VTuber, because this was just a completely unnecessary situation. So now we move on to some more craziness on Twitter. I saw this video going around, and it is absolutely ridiculous. So if you can't catch the context, this person is posting a video of their classmate as he scrolls through some Bleach manga. Basically, they're posting this creep shot to humiliate this person in the video, to show that they're like weird for looking at manga during class. I don't know what happened where people now feel so comfortable filming strangers against their will and then posting it on the internet and feeling like they're the normal ones. You're a weirdo. Like, this guy is minding his own business. It's not like he did anything that crazy. He's looking at Bleach manga. Okay, it's not like he tossed Shoujo Ramune up on the screen and started, spanking off in class. Like, this is a pretty normal thing to do. Like, the equivalent of, like, looking at the news or checking out sports scores or something like that. It's just a manga, and a popular one that's by no means weird. And, really, people like this, you need to just, like, mind your own business. It reminds me of people with those gym videos that are very popular now. It's like people are posting what they think are creeps or stupid people at the gym, and just with the sole purpose of making fun of them. That's the same vibe here. They only posted this to humiliate this person, but as a result ended up looking like the crazy person filming strangers on the internet. Like, giant L, don't be like this. It's a very strange behavior. But relatedly, weird anime things. So there was yet another exhausting addition to the fan service debate on Twitter. So one user posting honest opinion on fan service, and this user makes their magnum opus a very educated response saying it literally ruins anime. It literally ruins anime. Okay, explain. They don't. They just say that. And imagine 158,000 likes. That is crazy. And nothing says an open discussion like locking the replies to your viral tweet. That's just a sign of weakness. But I think fan service anime gets such a bad rap. If you can't find anime that doesn't have fan service, you're not looking hard enough. There is countless anime without fan service. If you're watching something like Prison School down here, it is obvious there's going to be fan service. Like, you know what you're getting into. Most anime, if you don't want to see fan service, you're not going to be surprised at any point. Don't watch these very clear examples of anime that are known for fan service. And does it ruin it? Does it really ruin it for you? Be honest. And I think it's crazy how fan service gets demonized and attached to anime so tightly, and yet in other mediums, it's completely ignored and no one has a problem with it. People act like fan service is exclusive to anime when it's not. It's just very weird. And this person, there would be more arguments, and they would go on to quote retweet another user calling them out for these weird claims about fan service. And they said, Japanese people watching weebs trying to justify pedophilia and the over-sexualization of women in anime and manga by saying it's a part of Japanese culture. No one is framing it like that. They're obviously doing this to frame this in a very gross way. And again, this person, shocking, a spoiler alert, they are not Japanese. So it's weird for someone like this to speak on behalf of Japanese people who are apparently fed up with the fan service in anime and manga. Like, again, you can check the quote retweets. There's plenty of Japanese people saying, like, please don't speak for me. And yeah, it's no one's trying to claim that those things are a part of the culture. They're harmless things involving fictional characters in a medium that is much more expansive than a person like this would like to think, because they're not familiar with it in the first place. So now we're moving on to more Silvervale drama. It just never ends, does it? So this VTuber made a call-out post recently. You can see it has a fantastic like ratio to quote retweets. It is amazing. Imagine getting 33,000 views on your tweet and getting 19 likes. You know you made a stinker when you do that. But they say absolute comedy that Silvervale, tagging them of course, ripped off our whole ass color scheme while being a transphobe. We literally contribute to your success and then you aid in our genocide. Kinda cringe, cry harder honestly. Wild that you haven't fallen into irrelevancy yet at this point. And you can see the hidden reply function. Anyone making an actual counterpoint is in the hidden replies, which is the worst feature on Twitter. Don't use the hidden replies. It is like pinning comments. It's like posting your L's. But this person, far be it for the 200 follower VTweeter to tell Silvervale that they can't believe she hasn't fallen into irrelevancy. And like, I don't bring up numbers like the fact they only have 200 followers to really make fun of them, but when you bring in relevancy when you're arguing with this sort of a situation, you're introducing numbers into it, right? Like, who's going to fall into irrelevancy first, Silvervale or a 200-follower V-tweeter? I think it's pretty obvious. But what they're saying in this tweet is that, and I've seen other people accuse Silvervale of this, that she is appropriating trans people by using the color scheme of the trans pride flag. And I think we're at a point where we're claiming color schemes, right? And once again, we're going on and this person's calling Silvervale a transphobe, once again, with no reasonable way of supporting that. And again, all she did was stream a video game. She is not aiding in genocide. The same thing could apply to you tweeting right now. The same connection can be made to Elon Musk by supporting Twitter as you say buying Hogwarts Legacy supports J.K. Rowling. But that's enough Silvervale drama. Just point and laugh, everyone, and move on with your day. That's the best way to deal with people like this. So here's some interesting news. The U.S. House of Representatives Committee approved a bill giving President Joe Biden authority to ban the Chinese social media app TikTok. Now, this is a big deal. It's actually something that has been proposed a few years back, and it never came to fruition. There was a time, I think it was about 2 years ago, where people legitimately thought TikTok was going to be banned in the United States, but it ended up falling out at the last moment. This time, it looks like President Joe Biden has the opportunity, the ability to ban this app. And the reason people want to ban this app is over various things, misinformation, but mainly the fact that it has been proven to be used as spyware and malware, attacking users, stealing their biometrics, their personal information, things like that. It's old news. Everyone knows that TikTok is essentially a spy app, okay, for the Chinese government. We all know this, okay? But I think the most hilarious thing is the debate of whether to ban this app or not, which a simple VPN will probably get you around all of this anyways. But TikTok has responded to this statement from the United States government saying a U.S. ban on TikTok is a ban on the export of American culture and the values to the billion-plus people who use our service worldwide. We're disappointed to see this rushed piece of litigation or legislation move forward despite its considerable negative impact on the free speech rights of millions of Americans who use and love TikTok. I love Chinese companies backed by the Chinese government preaching to other people about freedom of speech. Like, it goes without saying. I don't think anyone is unfamiliar with the crazy censorship that the Chinese government has and has forced onto their apps or Chinese apps like TikTok. It goes without saying, but also interesting to note, this was also announced on the same day on March 1st, that TikTok is going to limit screen time for users under 18 to just 60 minutes a day, which is very interesting because it's actually a good thing. You know, they posted a whole lot of L's, but they're onto something here. I don't think any teenager should be on TikTok for more than an hour a day. And I saw this Opera reply. This is a real thing, by the way. Like, the attention span of people who use TikTok is dwindling so fast. We're at a point where, like, the regular TikToks being posted, people will post multiple layers of video in the TikTok to keep people's attention. So, like, they'll have audio from one thing. They'll have a wood carving video on another part of the screen. Then they'll have, like, some sort of, like, a video game being played. Like, it's to keep people's mind attached to the screen because their attention span is so bad. They not only need one video on their social media app, they need 3 playing at once just to pay attention to a 30-second TikTok. Kind of concerning if you ask me. But I want to end this video by sharing a thread I think you guys will find very useful. It is cataloging a whole lot of racism directed at Asians, in particular Japanese citizens, a lot of misinformation and stereotypes being portrayed on Twitter. There is a million different examples in this long thread. You'll see plenty of topics and tweets that we've talked about before. I thought this was a very interesting thread, and I'm going to put it in the description if you want to check it out. It's definitely worth a look, and yeah. So thanks for hanging in there, guys. I know there's a lot of topics for this video, and it's going to be a fixture. Like I said earlier, please share your thoughts about the titling of these videos. I don't know why it's so complicated in my head. If you guys like one concise title focusing on the main or the first topic of the video, or do you want a topic including as many of the topics as possible and just jam up the title to the character limit basically. But share your thoughts about that and all the topics of this video in the comment section down below. Hope you enjoyed, everyone, and I'll see you next time.